Hello, how is everybody doing today? It is time to review episodes 1 through 3 of Skylanders Academy Season 2. Last year, for Season 1, I did a episode by episode review. Took a lot of time, had like 2 pages of notes for each episode. Not going to do that this year. I'm going to review them in sets of 3, and they'll be basically not a point by point telling you what was in the show, just some overall impressions. And Striker Hero Camo, oh gosh, Shadow Dragon, and a couple other people said they wanted to see it. Posted it on Instagram. Do you want to see me do a little review? And bam, here it is. The first thing I want to point out is this. I think the animation and the graphics are much better in Season 2 in most circumstances. Pop Fizz looks great. If you look at the detail, his fur. Is it fur? I guess so. The scales on Spyro. Just overall, in general, the graphics look really good compared to Season 1. I will say, though, that some characters don't look as good. Not sure why, but Snapshot, the scales, he just looks off. He doesn't look as detailed. If you put Pop Fizz next to Snapshot, do it. Look at them both, and you'll see what I mean. Who else? There's a couple other characters. Probably only one that I can think of, and that is Malfour, who we find out in the, I think, 3rd episode, is Cinder's father. Anyways, his animation and detail, graphically, I don't know. It just doesn't look as detailed as the characters I have mentioned before. Even Eruptor. Look at Eruptor and Pop Fizz. I think the two just really detailed. Every like little pixel. And then Snapshot and Malfour are like kind of more bland. I don't know why that is, but that's what it appears to me. Ninjini looks really good as well. I love to see the appearances of new characters, not in terms of not Skylander characters, but from the video game to the TV show, characters we have not seen before. So Ninjini is one we get to see, and she trains Stealth Elf, I believe, in the 2nd episode. Stealth Elf looks really good too. So it's really good to see her. And the other thing I want to point out, because it kind of relates to her, as well as some other characters, Cinder, which I'll mention right after this. I love when I don't know what's going on with the lighting. Not professional lighting. I'm sorry, just listen to me talk. When the characters do what they do in the game. And in Genie. And Coinup mentioned this in his review and said the characters don't do what they do in the game. But I kind of have to disagree. Ninjini, when she was training Stealth Elf, used her orbs, and that's one of her moves in the game. Really cool to see that. And then episode 3, when we are introduced to Cinder, she uses, when she's training with Spyro, she uses her lightning, of course, main attack, and then she uses her dash, which look just like the game, and it's just really cool that they're using the moves from the game. And Stealth Elf does her, of course, disappearing and reappearing, and then, oh, there's one more. Pop Fizz. He talked about his potions. He can make potions, and just like the video game. So I'm not sure why Coinup mentioned that. He'll probably comment below and tell me what he meant. So I'd love to see the moves from the video game. Another cool thing. Just some random things. I love that his podium, him being Master Eon, is named Edgar Allan Podium. Just funny. There's always like really funny moments, and if I took the time to write them all down, I could, but like I said, that takes more time. Of course, there are other funny moments. I laughed at least 4 to 5 times an episode. just really funny. It's the type of show you could go back and watch again, and I would laugh at something completely different. Oh, Trumpy Mage lost his puppet. That was cool. How the puppet could need to be... Like, it has its own record. It needs to go to jail. How is that true? Because it doesn't do anything unless it's in Trumpy Mage's hand. And the other thing is, I didn't pay much attention to this, but they talked about it being on his left hand. And then I looked at the figure, and bam! The figure's over there. I'm not going to run over there. It's on his left hand. I forgot which hand the Trumpy puppet was actually on. See? Details. More randomness. The first episode was called Spiromania. If I'm not correct, I was going to go on and look, but I believe one of his moves, it might be a soul gem, it might be an extra attack. It's actually called Spiromania. So the first episode is a lot about Spyro. He has a new ability they didn't know he had, which is he can basically, he's indefensible. Impenetrable. That's the word. So he kind of is episode 1, Stealth Elf with Ninjini. It's episode 2, and then episode 3, we're introduced to Cinder. At first, that lighting, did not like Cinder at all. She has really, if you just, bam, there's Cinder. And it's not because she has a long neck, but her teeth look to me really funny. I know. You're talking about her teeth? I don't know why. And then her voice. She seemed really young, like 5 or 6 when she talked. And then you have to realize, I think she is supposed to be younger in the show, but she sounded really young. And then her teeth. Go back and watch episode 3. As the episode goes, and it's cool because you learn a lot more about Cinder. You don't get a lot of that from the actual game itself. Like I said, she's Malfor's daughter. I started to like her a lot more. I didn't notice the teeth, and her voice didn't really bother me at all. And by the end of the episode, I really liked Cinder. Probably one of the better characters. And I'm going to mention this probably in every single review, because we haven't seen Sprocky yet. Man, do we need to have action figures of these characters. Something from the show. Eric Rogers, I know, you'll get it done. I bug you on Twitter all the time. That's about it. Oh, no, that's not it. One more thing, I'll let you go. I don't even know how long this is, because I tend to ramble. New characters, as I mentioned before. I think we saw Wind Up in the first season, so that's not a big deal. But I just wanted to say, they really are using really odd kind of niche characters. I said, we'll see Sprocket later. Why Wind Up? I guess he looks cool, so I guess you can see that. But I don't think we knew that we would see Flashwing. And she almost looks exactly like this in her, like, 30-second scene. She's not in there often, but she has an interaction with Spyro, which is really cool. And it's exactly how you think Spyro would talk, would be. She's kind of full of herself a little bit, but she just more thinks she looks really good. And, gosh, she is the best looking Earth Skylander. So, in synopsis, really enjoyed it. I didn't want to stop watching, but I did. I'll probably watch 3 episodes a week. I do believe so far it's better than season 1. It looks better. I like the stories in each episode. They all go together. And like I said, just really funny moments. And it's the type of show you can go back and watch. You don't need to play the video games. Go back and watch and laugh at something completely different. Thanks for watching. Like I said, thumbs up the video, as always. And please comment below. I probably won't read the comments because I don't want any spoilers. If you choose to tell me something not in these 3 episodes, we'll see you very soon. And hopefully next week I'll review the next 3 episodes. Adios.